Yo. Yo, good morning.
Can you hear
Yo,
me?
yo.
Yeah.
All right. What's up with y'all, man?
Oh, shit. Mike. Yeah,
What's up?
yeah, it's boom, 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 boom. Hold on. Here you go, boom, boom. Go.
What is that about?
Hey, go ahead. I gotta start this thing to swim over.
All right.
It'll be tomorrow.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. Can y'all see my screen? Y'all see this chart up here, y'all?
Yeah.
All right, cool, cool, cool.
Yep.
All right, this is Amazon, man. This is Amazon's monthly chart. Um, hmm. I hate to be the nobody in Amazon, right? Somebody in Amazon?
No,
Anybody?
no, not me.
All right, anyway. So, okay, we don't need to look at it then. Because it don't look good. Let's go to the video right quick. So NVIDIA, this is NVIDIA's monthly. NVIDIA still look bullish. The market sold off the last 2 days, Friday and Saturday. No, I'm sorry, Thursday and Friday sold off. This is all NVIDIA did. So this is the monthly chart. I'll go down to the weekly. Like, this is a reversal candle though. So it could, NVIDIA could be trading back into the range here, this gap. But I don't see NVIDIA giving back a lot. Like I don't see NVIDIA giving coming back down here just yet. I believe this gap right here should be a form of support. So if NVIDIA does come back to this gap from a weekly perspective, you could kind of like gauge it into some calls, buy you some $200 calls or something like that. But we also gonna talk about the climate of the market too, like because this not gonna be the last Zoom, so we gonna always Zoom maybe, but
Maybe.
but as we go about the week this week, we're gonna be looking to see if the video pulls back into this gap And if it starts showing signs of support and reversal from a daily perspective, then it'll be safe to buy you some calls to the upside. But if not, if NVIDIA trades through this gap and continues lower, and then this is your last line in the sand right here, right? So NVIDIA does give you entry here. This is like a golden goose, man. This is it. Like this is what you want for real. Nah, we should get support here at this gap. So this gap is from um 151 to 146. So it's a $5 gap. So if we don't find support here and we trade down to this gap, 128, you could definitely start buy you could buy you some long-term calls out the money or in the money. We could do the bin philosophy. Buy you some long terms in the money and let it go.
Mike, I got a quick question. It's something that always be my problem. Say it do hypothetically when something do pull back in a range that we looking for. I know we supposed to wait on like daily confirmation to get back in if we want to take it, to a certain way, right?
Yeah.
So are we waiting for daily closures? Like, say we won't get long again. Are we gonna wait for a daily closure outside that gap? You want strong closures in the gap, showing that it's going back to the upside?
So
Because
from
I
a
know it ain't no perfect entry. You just gotta, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, so you want to see you want NVIDIA to respect this gap. So when
All
I
right.
say respect this gap, we could wick through it,
All right.
like, but you want closures, above it. So like if you keep
Okay, okay.
so if you start seeing the closures above the gap, then it's like, all right, let me buy some calls, back to the upside. But
All
if you
right.
see
Because
the
we want the
candles,
top of that gap to kind of be support once it pulled back into it.
yeah, you want it. You don't want no closures deep inside the gap, and you definitely don't want no closure beneath the gap. See, if
All
you
right.
start get those kind of closures, then you could kind of expect price to come back down here.
Okay. So
You know.
basically, just, I got my shit plotted like that. Just bring it back down to a daily time frame and look
Mhm.
how it's closing inside that gap on top it up below it. And just
Yeah,
make my judgment off that.
exactly.
All right. All right.
Exactly. Right. So you want signs of reversal that you want the market to show that you want the video to show that it's supporting right here.
All
Now,
right.
granted, it could show that it's supporting right here. It's still kind of like even if it's consolidating, it'll trade inside the gap and it might
Yeah.
consolidate on top of the gap. That's still good.
Right.
That's still good. But what you don't want is for it to keep closing beneath the gap and then, closing back inside the gap, then closing beneath. You don't want that. You don't want that price action. You want the price action to be either in the middle of the gap or above it. You don't want it to be below. You know what I'm saying? You don't want no price action
Mhm.
below the gap because eventually we're gonna come get this. Now, when we come get this is where you could be like, all right, I don't care. I'm buying calls. It is
Right.
what it is. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
technically that's the range that we trading in right now. If you was to put the film on it.
Come on, man. Say less. Let me put a fib on that, bruh.
That is correct, Maul.
That was not Maul.
Maul don't talk like that, brother.
Maul
My
don't talk
bad. Who
like
that,
that.
who that is?
That's Akeem.
Akeem? My bad, Akeem.
For sure, for sure.
They went to Kennedy together though, huh?
He
Now
don't
I'm
know how to he don't know how to use no smoker like
I
Maul.
came,
My bad.
I came,
now,
I
huh?
came with the Kennedy.
Nah, I want the brother Martin.
I could tell, bro. Cause see them dudes from Kennedy. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, dog. Go back on mute, Mel. Go back on mute. I wasn't saying it like that.
But yeah, Akeem. So look, just putting the fib on it, right? You got from the highest wick, lowest candle body right here, right? So if we being, objective, this gap is in discount of the range. So this is really what you want, right?
But you
But
might not get it, so that's why we trying to see how it's gonna react to that first gap.
exactly. So if we don't get it here, we definitely gonna get it here. And the response you're gonna get from this is probably gonna be where you could buy your long term leaps, whatever. You could buy your 6 months, a year out, buy you some 200s or some 175s or however whatever you feel comfortable with. But this is the range that we trade in. This
I
the
like
high,
my
lowest candle
artist,
body.
Mike. I ain't gonna hold you. Great.
What you said? Go ahead.
Nah, I was saying that bitch come down to 120, probably get to
That's it, bro. When you come out of
140.
120, bro,
Get your 140 2 years out. Ah,
yeah, however you want to play it, but just know you
them
safe. This like
200s gonna snap though. Lord Jesus.
shoo, them contracts gonna turn over. But this is what you want right here. That buy you some calls. But we gonna monitor the first gap though. We're gonna monitor how we trade into that, see if, we find support here and for the next leg higher. Right.
Yeah, we
But
gotta watch. We gotta watch how it treat like 167, 166. If it fall through that fast this week, we probably will go test your first gap.
all right.
So overall, y'all think the market gonna correct itself this month?
It done already
Absolutely.
started.
Hey, listen. Listen.
Absolutely.
It's
Yo,
already
don't
started.
listen to them, my king. Don't listen to
Absolutely.
them.
The entry was at 940s.
Hmm?
640. 630 something.
What?
You
That's
talking about
Kennedy
SPY?
talking. Yeah.
Oh, all right. I got confused. What happened?
What hard deal?
I mean, if you look at it, everything had already started pulling back. Shit,
Yep.
Hey, y'all. It's
across
just
the
1
board.
week, fellas.
Hey
Just
man.
1 week,
Hey, if
bro.
y'all if no man.
Come on.
It's just 1 week.
Can can you look at the other semis? Just a quick little overview. Seem like the semis the only ones not pulling back as hard as everything else. AMD didn't really do nothing too hectic either on they pulled back,
This
but they gave
this
up a couple dollars.
this SMH right here.
That's a Bears and golf in 3. That's a 2-2-3 reversal, boy. Go
Man,
ahead.
go ahead with that, bro. Go ahead
Hey,
with that.
look,
Say,
I know
bro,
it. I ain't
be
passed the
serious
bar,
right now, bro.
but I know a little bit.
Go ahead, man. This SMH, so this the ETF for the semiconductors. So this all of them wrapped into one. So it's kind of like along the lines of what we was talking about. They got this monthly gap right here that we probably gonna trade into. So
Hmm.
it should find support here. But it don't mean that it can't trade deep into this gap before going higher.
Quick question: is this another gap right below this one?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's a
Do you respect that one, even though them two so close together? I mean, you still have to acknowledge it with the same respect as the one that you have drawn out, even though they
mm,
they like so close together.
Can you rephrase that question?
By creating two gaps so close together, is one supposed to be respected more than the other? Does one have more importance than the other? I know that that one's the first one from what a price action is right now, but I'm
mhm.
just asking.
So you want the market to respect this gap,
Okay.
the gap up top.
Uh-huh.
If we don't respect this gap, it's highly likely that we won't respect this one. Now and then we'll trade into this one, and then we'll use this gap as resistance. Like you don't want that, like because then you're gonna be stuck between a rock and a hard place. So
Because
we
there's such
want,
a small space in between those two gaps, you saying?
yeah.
Think
Okay,
So
about
that
Friday, Ben.
that could be like a
I
sense
got
of
you. You talking about
consolidation.
futures? I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Mike.
when we had the
Okay.
2 5 minute gaps that it was trading in between.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Like Mike be saying ping pong, huh?
Yeah, playing ping pong. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, playing back and forth. So you want the market to respect this gap, right? This is the displacement gap right here. So 50% of this gap, I was, probably about 250, 260, something like that, if I was a betting man. But
mhm.
you want SMH to respect this gap, but it all goes along with the same things we was talking about for NVIDIA. You know, overall the semiconductors are bullish. Like they bullish. They're gonna be bullish. But
Mhm.
they can't outpace the market. Like if the market is pulling back, they're gonna eventually pull back as well.
Yeah, they
They
gotta take a little breather as well.
exactly,
It's not just gonna go a straight line up the
exactly,
whole run. Right.
exactly,
I got
I
exactly.
wanna
So
I also wanna point out to y'all that um Friday was the first of the month. So
yep.
how we looking at these monthly candles, i.e. this one, if you look at that bottom wick on Mike's on his chart right here, you see it came down to um No. Go up, Mike, to your candle that just opened. It came down to that one, and then it went turned back green. So it came in connection with that. So it could be market manipulation to where you think we selling off. We haven't printed a reversal candle on this one yet. Uh, and even with like him saying Nvidia, you had that wick at the top, which is like a weak candle, but it still ain't break uh the low of that one did. The Nvidia one
Bro,
didn't break the low of the
That's
previous
the
week.
SMH, huh?
yeah,
Yeah,
this
that's SMH.
this the weekly.
Okay.
That's the weekly.
This
I'm thinking you probably gonna dig into that gap like he said, and then probably bounce.
get out of that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
keep in mind too, AMD, Nvidia still have earnings, so that could be like you said, the sim is still bullish. They both have to report earnings. They can report good earnings, give us a little pop, and still come test your gap before the month out, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what you want, I'm gonna be honest with you. This you want the market to pull back at the beginning of the month.
Okay.
Kind of like what we're doing. You want it to happen early and fast. Just like I was saying on stream, like the sell-off is gonna be quick and violent. And that's exactly what's been happening. So you want the market to come here early. That way it could leave a wick in this gap and just continue to the upside. Right? That's what you're looking for. Now, if the market's now on the flip side of that coin, if the market gets heavy and really starts selling for whatever reason, and you start seeing closures beneath these gaps, then you'd be like, all right, like, let me wait. But as of right now, even though the market has started selling a little bit and started pulling back.
Like you said, Mike. Uh, that move you talking about to the downside would be like going into your teachings of we would create a gap to the downside,
Hmm.
right? And
Hmm.
then now we looking for uh
Continuation.
yeah, continuation.
Yeah,
Right
but
now we ain't got that gap yet.
if I'm gonna show y'all too on the futures. I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I'm talking about on futures because I was showing the futures yesterday and I was like, oh, okay, okay. But anywho, what other stocks? What other stocks we trade, man?
So
Tesla,
far,
SoFi. All right, let's look at SoFi, man.
$20. So far coming back to 20. Get you something right then and there.
All right, just the weekly. It's still respecting this gap. Still respecting this gap, bro. Hold up, let me draw it out. Still respecting this gap. Close traded into it 2 weeks ago, closed back above it, respecting it. This candle still closed green, even though it looks like a reversal candle, it closed green. So this is the weekly, right? So mm, hmm. You want SoFi to respect this gap. You don't want SoFi. Well, mm, this gap cool too. I'm gonna tell you why. Because this chart is kind of what I want to say. It's clean. Like outside of this small gap right here at $11 down here from a weekly perspective, it's clean. So you got a balanced price range, right? You got your sell off, got your reversal, close above the consolidation, close above the consolidation. So if you come back and test the top of this consolidation inside of this gap, you're still good. You're still good to go. So $16 is still good money for me, right? So even if it trades back into this gap before taking out the highs here. So they already took these highs out, $24, right? So yeah. So doing a little external, internal action. That's all. External liquidity back internal, external. So if SoFi gives you $16, buy you some $30 calls, man, and just let them work.
That's prime real estate there,
That's
baby.
prime real estate, baby. Beachfront. Because just looking at the chart, you got your consolidation here. You got your manipulation to the downside, trade back to your consolidation, gap up through it. So I wouldn't mind it coming back and testing the top of this consolidation, which
I
is
would
inside
love it
of this
right
gap.
there.
So
That'll
16,
create a higher low, higher high too. Or at least that'll be the higher low at 16.
Yeah,
before the next move up.
for sure. But watching it, just watching it here, just watching it to see what it does in this gap, right? Because if it continues to respect this gap, then you might not get this. It might just continue from here, right? So set your alerts for SoFi, set your alerts and continue to watch it every day because you might not get your closures. You might not get this sell off down here. But depending on what the market opened up tonight, bro, I'm not. I won't be surprised if you do get it down here at 16. I wouldn't be surprised. But this is like you said though, prime real estate right here for SoFi from a weekly perspective. Maul, you good on that?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. All right.
Hey, just for shits and giggles, dog, pull up AMD.
Say Maul.
All right.
I just want to see if they got two gaps
What
setting
up?
up the same way as all these other ones that look strong, bro. Because isn't it ironic how
Let's go
the
to the
strong
money.
ones be looking the same as the weak ones be starting to look the same?
Got a gap. No, it's not a gap yet. This is a monthly candle. The gap is down here for AMD. So AMD still look bullish to me, bro. Like even though AMD might pull back a little bit, it's still bullish. Is the trend is still to the upside.
Mm-hmm.
The trend is still to the upside, right? Because you had all these these are monthly candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down closed candles in a row. You got this little doja right here that don't mean nothing. But you got all these candles. So this is man. Get you some 164. Man, if MD hit 164 this week, I don't know, bro. They got earnings. It could run, dog. It could run. It looks strong. The semiconductors are strong. The only thing that gives me pause is earnings because you never know how they could report great earnings and still sell off, i.e. Netflix.
Which
But
would be perfect.
this looks like it could be a strong level of support here from a money perspective, you know. So I'm kind of conflicted with AMD because I know they report earnings and I know they could run because the chart says so, but also I was looking at Amazon chart. I'm gonna go to Amazon right quick. I was looking at Amazon chart before they had earnings, and this chart looked bullish too. But look at the earnings they opened up down here. So yeah, this is a rocket ship, brother. And I think they reported good earnings as well. So I think it's
Yeah,
just
but they had bad future guidance with this
oh,
tariff
okay,
shit with China. That's what made them sell off.
okay.
AMD don't have them issues.
Okay. So AMD might run, bro. AMD, but this monthly gap is probably where Amazon gonna find support and probably continue to the upside, right? So if not, you can start looking for liquidity to be swept. But man, I don't think Amazon is ready to come sweep this liquidity yet. Because this chart, if I'm keeping it 100, this looks exactly like the Nasdaq chart. The wick the wick a little longer, but it's the same thing. And eventually, the market is going to come put bodies next to these candles. You know the story.
Low
But
hanging
Uh,
I'm not trying to preach doom and gloom or nothing like that. But
you
just keep
talking
your head
about
on the
two
swivel.
200?
Yeah, about 200 for Amazon. Yeah, coming back down there.
I got that's your 23.6.
That's the discount.
Yeah,
Oh man, crazy how that worked.
199.
Yeah. So what other stocks we looking at this morning, man?
Netflix. The fuck?
Netflix. I just mentioned Netflix too. Yeah. So the only thing from a monthly perspective is you don't know yet from a monthly perspective.
I
You don't,
know. I'm sorry.
That big ass Baron and Golfers candle don't
you don't
spell
know.
down.
Mm-mm. Not yet, because the trend is still bullish.
No, it ain't.
Look at this, man. You crazy?
Hold
Look,
on.
look at
Hold
this
on.
week. Look at these are
Hold on.
monthly candles. So
Hold on.
even
Hold on.
if
Hold on. Hold on.
no, no, listen. Go ahead. I'm
Hold on.
going.
No. I'm trying to get back on you. Hey, go ahead.
So even these are monthly candles.
Stuck in
So
the gap.
even when Netflix trade back to this gap that we wanted to trade back into, the trend is still bullish. That's why we buying this gap.
Right.
Ow.
It's still bullish.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, okay.
Make sense?
Now I'm gonna question this. I think we're gonna fill that gap though.
We could. We could. Let's go down to the weekly. Let's get a little bit more information. Yeah. All right.
But them Netflix contracts high as giraffe. You know what? I'm serious. Them 1450s still them be like 10 bands, 11 bands right now. And the
Dang.
stock then fell, bro.
Dang. That's crazy. But just from a weekly perspective, bro, we on par to do exactly what we said we was gonna do, right? You got 50% of the gap, which is this weekly order block right here at
Hmm.
159. So you got bullish sentiment inside of this gap.
That
Right.
bitch gonna go.
So so this is
When they
bullish.
hit the top, it hit the middle 50% of that gap.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna
bro,
crack. I think we're gonna fill that whole gap.
it could fill a gap. Bro, let me tell you, it could fill this gap and still close above this.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It
Yeah.
could leave a wick beneath it. Now, if it does that, put your
And the
seat
only
down.
reason I'm saying it is so close, though. It's like a $20 gap, and Netflix be doing like $10, $15 a day, dog. That's why I think
Probably.
it's just gonna go ahead and be like, all right, let me fill it. Especially, let's say it closes the day at like 10:50.
Hmm.
I think it's good to just go another $25 the next day and then turn around and that day
And
ain't
go.
green.
Yeah. But
That's
this is
all
what
on like where it closed at. But
but but but that's why, I was saying from a monthly perspective that the trend is still bullish. This is still bullish. Just because we're getting a pullback, that don't mean the market about to, sell all way back to $400.
hey, go ahead, bro.
Jesus Christ.
So this gap is the last. This is
You mean 700?
yeah, 700.
Yeah.
But this is prime real estate right here. This is what we want. We want the market. We want Netflix to pull back and take off out of this gap. And I'm assuming that's what it's going to do. Kind of what it did here in this gap, this weekly
Hey,
gap.
Mike,
Trade
go back
into
to the
it.
monthly for me.
All right.
700.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get that, bro. We forget it. We ain't gonna get that. The only way we get that is
They gotta fuck over that auto block, yeah.
if Donald Trump says something off the wall to where we go on the wall and stuff like that, and we go on the wall with Russia,
Hey
and then
man,
the market really gonna sell. And then
hey,
and if that happens, niggas,
hey
um,
man.
the brokerages like Netflix, Robinhood and Webull and Thinkorswim, them niggas, they not gonna let you trade.
I could tell you what's gonna happen if
They're not gonna let you trade. Ninja
and
Trader, they're not gonna let you trade. They're like, because y'all gonna
if
make
he
too much
don't
money.
announce that wall, Netflix is doing they're gonna do a split.
But if they announce a split, Netflix gonna run to about two
Yeah,
bands.
once we get in this gap, y'all, I'm telling y'all, once we get in this gap around earnings, they're gonna announce these split.
Boy, Netflix gonna run at about two bands.
So
Yeah.
look, quick question. If we get down to our discount, that blue line, and we looking for 13, 1400s, how far would y'all look to grab those?
How much time?
Yeah.
At least 6 months.
No, you gotta go more than that. I mean, look at your monthly candles right now. These three candles that you got, that was earnings. Woo woo woo. But look how they normally print. Like everything underneath that, you probably gonna need some time.
These three words. Short and sweet. That's man. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna become a betting man. That's all I'm gonna do. Because if I was a betting man, I would say this gap is in discount. All right.
I think you need a what you said, 1400?
If
Yeah.
who Maul? Yeah.
Or three that did that in 3 months, six. I don't know. I think you'll need like a year. Not saying it's gonna take a year, but to be safe.
Man, them bitches gonna be so high, bro.
I'm
I
about to
know they
say.
are.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, if we get the bottom of that gap, that's you cross your fingers. You better be quick on the button. You hear me? That'll be the cheapest you're gonna get that contract.
How much are they right now, Ben?
Like 10 to 11 bands with a year out. I think I was going 6 months to a year just to see what they look like at the 1450. Them jokers were still high, bro, like 10 bands.
Mm.
But in hindsight, it come down to 6 and it push out to 14 or it run past that in a year. You could probably 5x that contract.
That bitch gonna print.
Man, that's
Oh
gonna be
man.
crazy, boy.
Yeah, that contract is definitely gonna turn over a couple of times.
If they announce a split,
Oh,
that
Netflix will be like
gonna,
two bands.
yeah, that bitch
All
gonna
right, I tell you what, bro. Normally I don't do this, bro, but if Netflix come down to the bottom of the gap, got two bands on something.
Look at that. Look, look.
yeah, group what they call it,
Group
Group
economics.
economics.
group economics, man.
Y'all trying to go half on something? Who trying to go
I'm
in on
with you.
something, cuz? Got a two
Ain't
piece
lying.
on something?
I'm with you, Ben. We'll
Mitigate,
make some shake.
yeah,
All
mitigate the
right.
risk.
2,500, the most I'm willing to risk, more. I gotta get other plays, bro. You got me. I'm good for 2,500, dog.
So, we done with Netflix. We good on Netflix. We see enough for Netflix to know what we doing with it.
Yes.
Good. All right. What else y'all got, man?
I got a new stock I want to introduce, bro.
What's that?
MP.
Ooh,
Just
ooh.
wanted to look at.
All right. So this the monthly chart. Okay.
They produce a rare earth mineral that's used in all chips, from phones to computers to whatever. This
That
this
company
this
Apple's this a company Apple using now?
Yep, they put 500 million, I think, in turn. Plus, the government is backing and investing in this company now because Trump don't want to get this mineral from overseas anymore. So this the only company in the US, I think, or the biggest producer of this mineral in the US. So
Look at Apple
they
after
might
that.
be one to watch for the future, you hear me? Potentially.
Mm.
After this, Mike, let's check Planet Tippett before I forget.
And Apple.
All right, cool.
Apple.
I think Apple coming to 169. Go ahead though.
Ooh,
Let me look at the weekly, see if it's something that we could snipe. Um, yeah, you got this. Let me draw it out. This gap, trade back into this gap. It could definitely go to probably 90, $100 if it's going to continue to run.
1 year. Get you a year.
Don't even look like you need that long, brother, but probably.
Yeah, I mean, it just broke that previous high,
Best
right?
case scenario
Long
though,
time.
best case scenario, dog. Like if it really pulled back into this range right here, this gap down beneath us,
Hmm.
that's that now
Buckle up.
that's prime real estate right there.
What's 50% of that? 40? And that's a fib, 39.44.
Damn, 50% right in the middle of the gap too. Damn, bro, that's crazy how
Let me
that stuff
write
is just
this one
lining up,
down,
bro.
man. Hold
I'm,
up, cuz.
hey, bro, let's go to Vegas, dog. But look, that's it, dog. If you could get 40,
MP 30.
now, just like we talked about on the other stocks, though, like if you see it respecting this gap, then you gotta, take heed to that. But if you see it disrespecting this gap, when it hit 40, bro, buy you some $100 and let them rock. I think it's a good one. It's a good one. Because just looking at it, right, this is the all-time high right here. We swept it. We created a gap. We didn't displace beyond it, though. We didn't displace higher, but we swept it, created a gap. This gap could be used as support. So just be mindful of how it trades between $56 and $51. If you see it kind of supporting here, then it's okay to even start buying from here for
Mm,
the continuation. But this should beachfront property right here. This
roger that.
prime real estate. It ain't gentrified or nothing yet. All
Get it
right.
for the low.
Yep. So it's a discount. It's your discount too. Yeah, it's right above the discount, 38%. You got this gap right here. Boom. That's it. That's it. Apple. My computer might break off. No, let me not say that, bro.
Don't do that, bro.
What? I don't even know Apple ticker.
AAPL.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate you. Oh my goodness. This boy, this is why you don't trade Apple. This is it, right?
Fuck Apple. I like
Right.
oranges anyway. Get this shit
Jesus
off the screen.
Christ. Man. Would you say 169?
Yeah, you see how we stuck in that wick? You know that's one of my joints.
This is this is
Go
this is
go to the top of that
this
wick, Mike.
right here.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we stuck
yeah.
there for sure.
Now my fib, I got the fib at like at 202, like where it's landing at.
Mhm.
But I think we caught in there. We just put candles next to that wick.
Yeah, we probably come get this. We probably come down here and get this. 164. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah. See, look, this is this is what you don't want with Apple. All right. Apple reverse though. This is reversal. Traded into the gap, got up out of there, created another gap, traded into this gap, about to get out of there again. This is now, I will say this. Apple, from a weekly perspective, is bearish. This is bearish price action. Let me tell you, and Apple created this weekly gap, traded into it, got up out of there, created another weekly gap
We're
here.
stuck in that weekly too. It's just
Yeah,
stuck in
so
there.
it's
Really.
gonna get up, it's gonna get up out of there. Because look, this is consolidation. This was a weekly consolidation. You got your fake breakout, couldn't get no continuation. Oh yeah, it's coming. No continuation, even created a gap. Look at that. Created a gap, closed right back in it. Probably closed beneath it. If I make it, let me put my bifocals on. What's the high of this candle? 203. Well, we closed that. 202. Yeah, we closed beneath this. It's barely though, but Apple coming down. Because once you consolidate, like once you have a consolidation and you have a gap out of the consolidation and you trade back into that gap and you don't use it for continuation, boy, no way, boy. It's 169 for
Mm.
sure. So you go, but again, I don't trade Apple. Uh, So if you want to trade this, yeah, exactly.
Should have used that $120 towards my phone bill this month. Get this shit off the screen, man.
Man, look at this, dog. Yeah, man, this ain't, yeah. Apple probably about to come clean this up. But then I'll say this too. Like, so when you look at Apple chart, um, this is like I know y'all haven't heard me say this in a long time, but this stock is oversaturated. And just looking at the weekly, it's just oversaturated with people who own shares. Like this is one of the most popular stocks on the market. A lot of people own shares of this company. So you're not gonna see the explosive moves like you might see with other stocks, right? Even the lack of fair value gaps in either direction, it's just oversaturated, and how the candles just print next to each other, it's cluttered and clustered. And this is why a lot of people don't trade Apple. Um, I mean, you can if you want to. It's just super saturated for me. Like it's just even on a monthly, bro. It's a lot of consolidation, and then the moves they be all right, but it's more consolidation. It's just trash. It's trash. But for sure, we could come down here, come clean this up, because it don't even look like Apple is not even showing a willingness to move higher. It's just stuck between a rock and a hard place. But let's get off of Apple, man. So 169, bro. If you think if you know Winston, if you're willing to try Apple again, bro.
I'm not. I was just that setup. I be trading that wick sometimes and balance.
Yeah.
I see it's just stuck right there. So it would have been prime to take uh
All right. So we got
take it straight
MP,
to
we
the
got
top.
Apple, we got Palantir, right? We got to check out Palantir. Check out Palantir. Ooh, we. All right, this Palantir monthly. This 1 day of trading for the month right here. Um, this price action is pretty clean to the upside outside of this gap.
Do you have your that's weekly or this monthly?
It's the
Monthly.
monthly.
Good, good.
So outside of this gap, this price action is pretty clean. Candle bodies are touching. Except right here, you got a small volume imbalance right here in between these two candles. But outside of this, price action is very clean to the upside. You got this gap right here. You got a lot of stuff in discount of this range, y'all, right? So I'm not saying we can pull back to $100, but I'm not saying we ain't gonna pull back to $100 either. Same thing. Same thing on the weekly. We got so this was the all-time high. We swept that. Notice, and I'm just like I said on stream about the NASDAQ. Notice how when we swept the high, we didn't displace. We kind of just grinding higher. So we could get a nice reversal on Palantir back into this range. We could, but
They have earnings this week.
You got
okay.
that little small gap at 140.
Oh yeah, right
Could
here.
be a catalyst for whatever creeping up a little high, y'all, a little pullback.
Yeah. But just looking at the trend, each down close candle that Palantir has printed on a weekly is used it as support. Right? This down close candle supported right here. This down close candle came back and traded here, supported it to the upside. So if this trend is going to continue, Palantir could probably trade back to 139 and continue higher. And they got this gap that Winston just mentioned. It's a small gap right here between 138 and 142 on the weekly. So if this trend is to continue, this could be prime real estate for. But when is the earnings? What day?
I'm not 100% sure. I just know it's this week.
Okay.
You got like 100 S&P 500 companies report this week.
Okay.
AMD and Palantir been two of the top two.
All right. Cool. But from a weekly perspective, it's nothing to trade on Palantir right now. It's like I don't see a entry We are in premium of the range though.
They
We are
report on the 4th,
tomorrow at the
Monday.
market.
Yep.
All right,
Is it aftermarket?
pre-market.
Yep, aftermarket tomorrow.
Okay, so this will be one to watch. Now, if it sell off, just look. If wait till it hit 104 and hit 104, let it take it to the moon. But I don't think it's gonna sell off that far. If it does sell off, it might just continue to run. But as of right now, from with the information I have in front of me, I don't see a trade setup or scenario yet. Oh, Palantir, you got that, Marv?
Yeah, we good.
Okay. Um, any other stocks before I go to the big leagues?
Now you still been looking at Cadence? I mean, you don't
Um,
have to pull it up if you don't want to. I'm not
well,
gonna get in it.
after I gave you that number, let me see what's the
Okay.
Pull
CD.
up Casey after that.
NS.
What's the ticket for Casey?
Funny. CESY, nigga.
CASY. All right. All right. We didn't pump the brakes up here, bro. We got this. Okay, we got this displacement gap down here. Okay. All right. Might get an opportunity, bro. All I asked was an opportunity, dog.
How much these contracts looking
Where the
like,
fuck
Winston?
the store at, bro?
Yeah,
I want to find a store before I buy the contract, bro.
I think these stores like in the Midwest and in the North.
Hey Siri, where's the nearest Casey General store at?
Bro, my phone lit up when you said that, bro. Boy, these phones.
Possibility is cases on State Street in Bettendorf, about 794 miles to your north, and gets 67% positive ratings. Is that the one you're looking for?
You heard that,
Why
Winston?
you guys sit here talking like a British woman, bro?
I want to feel important.
Should these bitches sell.
So look, this is a weekly, bro. Casey. Let's get, Casey could pull back into this gap. 50%. If I was a bet man, I'm willing to bet that 50% of this gap is the top of this wick. So let's just see. Let's try it out. Huh. You could lose a bet here and there, but not today. 474. So 474 on Casey, bro. And you could buy some from the looks of this stock, you could buy some $2,000 calls. Cause bro, this thing gone, bro. Like I don't know what they
That bitch
sell.
stop on our merit. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Well, I don't know what they sell. And it's not like because they've been around for a while. They go all the way back to
Yeah,
84.
what the fuck did they do all of a sudden, bro? I'm out to look into this company, bro.
Oh, it's a grocery store too. So it's like
I know
Walmart.
it looked like it's like a Sam's or something. They sell
Oh,
food,
Probably a
like
truck
hot
pump.
food and shit.
Huh?
Let me tell y'all what else though. So this
Hold up.
could be that the price could be reflecting that they probably don't have that many market shares.
Oh
How we
yeah,
kind of looking at it, it probably
yeah,
ain't split or
yeah,
none of that shit. Kind of how
yeah,
Chipotle and shit was. Because you
yeah,
think of Walmart, Walmart did a split already. So
yeah.
Walmart is like 120 or whatever the number is, and this one's sitting at 522. So it could be
Yeah,
like a Walmart up there, but the
yeah.
stock is just showing that it's more because it ain't split or nothing yet.
Yeah. And that's kind of like along the lines of what I was saying about Apple too, because the Apple candle is so clustered and stuck together. It's just nasty. Make the back of my neck itch. All right.
They must have got
Um,
the dude from
since we're looking at
Chipotle.
grocery stores and whatnot, see what Costco. Bro,
Oh,
I remember when I was trying to trade Costco, it was $400, bro. And keyword I said trying. It was up in this area. That thing went all the way to almost 2 grand. Now it's pulling back. Let me see what it looked like on the monthly. Ooh, look bearish. Oh, my brother. 865, 871.
Buy one,
Come,
get one on a piece.
come get one of these. Better come get you one of these. What's that? Costco put. But man, honestly though, I don't have no trade for the Costco. We just looking at these stocks, but the trades that we talked about,
Hey, look, say we fucking excuse my French. We joking. They bought Bucky's.
who bought Bucky's?
Casey's General Store acquired Bucky's convenience stores in 2020.
Oh, okay. So that might be what it is.
Well, not only that, they been expanding their footprint like crazy. These motherfuckers then bought 246 new stores in recent years, expanding into Texas, Alabama, and Mississippi, and they're on pace to open 270 more new stores next year in 2026 alone.
Oh yeah,
Hold
that's
on.
why it's so
That
bullish.
must be why Bucky's is expanding so much. They got Bucky's in Louisiana now and in Mississippi.
And these bitches, they've been crushing earnings. I'm talking about killing it.
Hold on, y'all.
They're a high margin food business. So they sell pizza and shit like that. Yeah, just like a Bucky's.
Hmm.
They gentrifying the convenience store, bro. They buying all the little mom and pop stores and turning it into Casey's, Bucky's, whatever the popular name is. Jesus Christ.
This is the yearly chart. Not a red candle in sight. Last red candle was in 2017.
Jesus Lord.
Not a red candle in
And I
sight.
ain't never stopped at one Casey's in my whole life. I'm 37 years old.
I ain't never heard of it.
And they've been around since 1983. This is beyond me.
Well, hopefully we'll get this pulled
Wait,
back.
they still don't have a. Okay, all right, I see it now.
All right. Any other stocks y'all want to look at, man, before Mall? You got any stocks?
I'm good, man.
Them boys sound disappointed.
Cause you know what my stock be, but fuck it right now. I ain't even worrying about it, man.
What's wrong? Hey,
Oh,
bro.
Spy. Go to Spy, bro.
Oh,
Go to Spy, bro.
all right.
I really don't know why the fuck we don't be looking at Spy like that. Thing be like,
I'm not gonna lie, dog. I'm getting to the point where I just kind of want start looking at cues over spy, man.
Spy is for the.
Spy this. I don't like looking at spy chart, dog. It just make my back of my neck itch. But here we are.
QQQ had a buying opportunity right now, 555.
Spy right here. This the monthly
They better
Mall.
Hey,
trade back into the gap.
hey,
That's all you
Maul.
need.
Maul.
600.
Yes, sir.
Maul, listen, bro. They got us. They got us, dog. They were supposed
Yeah,
to
man.
hit 650, dog.
Yeah, bro.
Say, bro.
They did me bad. dog.
They did that shit dirty. They did that dirty, boy. Man. Dog, we would have caught the fucking 600s. The bitch going to 615, 610. And we
yeah,
would have been
it's
in from 650. You out. You out
yeah.
soon as that bitch touched the gap. October, we were looking at October 600s.
I was trying to get a 630. I ain't even. I was looking for 649 to get to 630. I was looking at an October 630. I think it was like 13. So I was assuming that if we get to 649, it'll go down to maybe like 12, somewhere between 12 and 9, and just eat off that bitch. No.
So why y'all still don't get it?
because the stock is at fucking 620.
Yeah.
So that's just half the move.
Yeah, I ain't buying half. You don't buy in the middle of no move, boy.
Oh, all right.
Nah.
I mean, the
So
in the money
what
contract
about that
cool.
low
It's
hanging
just
fruit?
expensive now.
Huh?
Yeah. Now I said, what about this low hanging fruit? It ain't
I'm
coming
not
to putting
paying
your
for
body
nobody
next
to
to
get
that
out.
weight.
I'm just buying I'm buying a call now.
Hey, don't you use that terminology in front of me, Benoit.
Hold up, bro. I thought this was this about learning.
No, bro. So low hanging fruit will be spy coming all the way to 480. That's not happening right now.
Mhm.
Mike said I did not say that.
No,
I
I
don't think that's
asked.
gonna happen right now.
I asked, bro. I
It ain't gonna happen right now, Ben. But I think we should respect this gap though. But so SPY looks a little different than kind of like the NASDAQ
Unless it hey,
than the futures market, but a lot of movement in the futures market don't always equate to a lot of movement on SPY in the Q. So like 200
Mhm.
point move on the NASDAQ is like $2 on the Qs.
Right. I got
See what I'm saying?
you.
So
Mm-hmm.
or $3 or something like that. But SPY, you looking for SPY to trade back into this gap. See if we just like we spoke about all the other stocks to see if we're gonna find support there. Let me go to the weekly, man. Yeah. Looking for support here. 590, 597, 600 in this area. Start trading through that, then trouble.
five
Trouble. Trouble.
five now it's early on that 570 move, man. You just getting started. But then I would want that weekly gap to get
Inverted.
inverted.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So this
And
this is this your line in the sand right here.
or they could have gave us that 650 now. Why would you do that?
That would have been perfect.
Why would you do it?
Since when they start doing stuff that's perfect?
Since
Hey,
we
bro.
started drawing the
You,
fibs, bro.
hey, bro. That's a
That
good
bitch
question.
turned around. Listen, the fib is 649 and 614. That's the one we traded in between. This thing really tested it and like ran like it was just gonna go get it. It turned around the middle. Like there's no reason to turn around at 640.
Let me ask you a question, Winston.
What's up, bro?
Do you stay at the function until it's over? Or do you start leaving when the crowd start to disperse?
That was a big sale. They had to
What
do
you
that, man.
saying? Party over at 650. 640 look like a good time to be heading to Waffle House before they get crowded. That's all I'm saying.
Man, couldn't get it.
He ain't lying. Mom named Clay. I'm calling him Clay.
I don't like Tesla no more. Huh?
I was gonna look at Tesla, dog, but I could still look
It
at
ain't
it.
the EVs no more.
Just the triple Qs right here.
Must drive diesel trucks and shit around there, huh?
You talking about mom?
Oh, hey, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Not for nothing. We closed under 174 for the third week, huh?
What's
For what?
that?
Nvidia.
For the third week?
Yeah,
Bro,
tested it 3 weeks ago.
Let
all
me
right.
see what I had on the.
Third week.
Yeah, I think the previous high from last week was
183.
All right, I'm gonna share this with y'all right quick. This when the big bucks start rolling in.
mm,
All right, this I'm not gonna go to no higher time frame than the daily on these futures. Now, this is what I got, brother. Brother. All right, so let's walk through the price action, right? This blue line right here. Let me squeeze it y'all a little bit so y'all can see all-time high, right? So y'all see it from right here, all-time
mm-hmm.
high. All right. We took out the all-time high, consolidated above it, created a gap, created a gap, traded to the upside. The price action to the upside was very lethargic and sporadic. Um, if you follow me, if you was on stream, I was telling you this. I'm gonna say it again though. Oh, I stream Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 on Twitch. Mike Will Trades 504. Just do that plug out there. But on stream, we was talking about how we didn't displace beyond the high. We just consolidated and traded higher. This price action was lethargic. I was like, man, the sell-off was gonna be quick and violent. And that's exactly what happened. Now, now, here's what I got for you, pal. We have a lot of liquidity beneath us. We got a lot of resting liquidity beneath us. We have this weekly fair value gap down here. 50% of this gap here is I have it marked already. But let me take a gander here. What is it? Oh yeah, is this it? Yeah, this it. And I'm gonna show it to y'all on the monthly too. I said I wasn't ruling the other time frame, but I think I told the fib. Go to the monthly right quick and show y'all. This is where I got. So we got this weekly fair value gap that's inside of this monthly fair value gap. Let me draw this monthly fair value gap out for y'all. Same scenario and setup that we was talking about on the stocks, right? But just that it's more movement on the futures. So you got this weekly gap here that's inside of this monthly gap here. Okay. I think it's 21. Hold up. Let me see something. 22.42 is 50% of this monthly gap. It's also, check this, it's also 50% of this weekly gap that's inside of the monthly gap. I can't make that up. So I'm looking for the market to trade here. This would be my low-hanging fruit objective for the week. I'm looking for the market to trade here, find support here. Now, if we don't find support here and we continue to trade lower, and you have this monthly gap down here. Kind of like the same setup that we had on NVIDIA and, same setup. We got the gap above us. We want the gap above us to support us if we want a continuation to the upside.
What's your number on that, Mike?
Which one?
22.42.
That's 50% of this gap. 22.42. That's only 400 points away and some change. That's for the NASDAQ. That's $4. So that's $4. Huh?
That's easy. Get that?
That's easy. Because if you look at it, never mind. But just going into the week, I'm looking for this objective to be hit. Weekly fair value gap to be tested, also monthly, and then I'm looking for support here. If we don't find support here, we trade lower. We might end up having a stupid wick because I don't think the market is ready to sell off just yet and clean up with the mess that we made downstairs. I don't think the market is ready to do that just yet. So if we do trade into this gap down here, which is also 50% right here, this blue line. So I'm looking for this monthly candle to have a stupid wick if we do this all in 1 month. Now, if we invert this monthly gap, now I'm like, bro, we might be in trouble. We might be in trouble. But I don't think that's happening just yet. I don't think that's going to happen just yet. But I'm not into predicting the future. But as far as what I have in front of me, 22.42 should be where we find support at for the time being. And I'm gonna show it to you on a smaller time frame too, i.e. the 1 hour. You want to sim trade that one and leave it running? I don't think you should sim trade it. I think you should really trade it. That you might be done trading for the year. You take that trade. But look, so I got a lot of stuff on my 1 hour chart. I know it looked kind of cluttered, but things be happening. Bullets be flying. All right, so look, this kind of like along the lines of something that I said on stream. All right, so this was my low-hanging fruit objective for Friday. This was my price target for Friday. We took that out. I actually took that trade on stream. But anywho, so look, this is what I got. So if you look at the price action from this low all the way to when this high where it reversed. This, this took about 2.5 weeks to get up here. And it took us 2 days to get back down here. This is what I mean by quick and violent. Took us 2 days to get back here. So if we're keeping it 100, if you're just looking at I'm sorry, I keep moving my chart, my bad. If we're just looking at the structure that we created on the 1 hour chart, which is my daily chart, just looking at the structure is extremely bearish. It's extremely bearish, right? So even here, so this was the start of the move, right? Got your breakaway gap. You don't want the market to trade back into your breakaway gap. Boom, cool. Create another gap beneath that. Trade into it. Get going. Continue to trade lower. Overnight trading. Consolidate. Boom. The next leg lower. Right. Created this. We got another fair value gap right here that we didn't touch. Continue lower. Right. Created another gap. Trade into it. Continue lower. Took out this low. Now, these two up close candles are now acting as a form of resistance, right? You trade it back into it with this candle, trade it back into it with this candle, trade it back into it with this candle. This should be your continuation to the downside. Now, I won't be surprised if we gap down at market open tonight. I won't be surprised if we gap down, but the order flow is still bearish, right? There's no signs of reversal. There's no signs of the market trying to find traction and reverse. It's none of that. It's continuation. So whatever trades you're looking to get into from a futures perspective should be to the downside. And then from a 1 hour perspective, your low hanging fruit objective starts here at this swing low, which is 100 points away from right now, depending on where we open at tonight. And then of course you got this gap, you got these lows beneath it, right? And then half of that monthly gap, half of that weekly gap, 22.42 up here in this area. And you got resting liquidity here. You got resting liquidity here. So it's a lot of reasons for the market to continue to the downside. It's a lot of resting liquidity, a lot of, come and get these people out of the marketplace. But I ain't gonna beat a dead horse. I ain't gonna dwell on it too long because it's gonna be some of the same stuff that I touch on tomorrow on stream. So, but I just wanted to, show y'all what I saw when I pulled up the charts yesterday. So very bearish structure on the 1 hour, and even on the 4 hour. I'm not gonna do the 4 hour out. Very bearish structure on the 4 hour. Very bearish. We swept liquidity, resting liquidity beneath these lows. Beneath these lows, swept all that liquidity. All this resting liquidity, we swept it. And we still haven't shown signs of reversal. Even though this candle closed green, it's still not showing signs of reversal at all. This is very bearish price action. This is the continuation that I've been waiting on. So I'm assuming that we get more continuation. Take out these lows at 576 and then 22.42 around this area where we should start to find support if the market wants to gain, a little traction here. This is the area I'm feeling like we should find a little support. If not, we could continue lower. Back to really from a 4 hour perspective, back to the original consolidation, really. This low beneath it. We could really get down there, bro. And so from here, from where we closed that Friday to here, that's about what? 2,000 points, maybe? I'm not a mathematician, but yeah, a little bit over 2,000. Well, no, 1,500. Oh, hold on, Mike.
Yeah, about 1,500, huh?
About 1,500. So
22.9, that's almost 23.
So yeah, so from the perspective of the triple Qs, that's only like $15. So it's not, so it's a lot on the NASDAQ, but like on the Qs or SPY it might be like $10 to $15. So those numbers kind of like correlate to what we've been talking about. Because the NASDAQ could sell down way down here, but we'll still be inside of a gap, like a gap that's on the triple Qs, right? Because it's not like trading like SPX or NDX. Nah, that's different. SPX and NDX trade like the futures, but SPY and the triple Qs don't move like that. They'll give you a nice move, but they're not. It's not like the futures market. Meaning, like I said, like 500 points on the Nasdaq might be like $3, $4 on the triple Qs. But yeah, man, that's what I got going into the week. Um, I wouldn't be opposed to a pullback either, but this structure says bearish right now. I mean, unless we gap up and kind of trade higher, this should hold us down right here, and we should continue lower. But we'll see going into the market, going into tomorrow. Uh, yeah. So that's what I got for the futures market. That's what I got going into tomorrow, man. I'm seeing continuation to the downside, which also correlates to what we was talking about with the stocks we charted, NVIDIA, Palantir, all those stocks. It kind of correlates because you look
I
at this
got a
price
question
action.
for you, bro.
What you got?
How do you feel about the open range setup?
Which one? Open and range gap?
Yeah, like using the opening range setup. I was talking to a partner of mine, he traded the futures too. That's
Uh-huh.
pretty much the setup he used.
Mm-hmm.
He just go opening range from 8:30 to 9 o'clock, see what
Mm-hmm.
the first two candles print, and see if you get continuation. Is that a setup that you incorporate into? I know you got a lot of different stuff that you use to determine your direction and where you getting in at. Is that something you familiar with or that you've ever used?
I'm familiar with it. I never really implemented it. Because from 8:30 to 9 o'clock. So it's a lot of so for me, it's a lot of guesswork in that.
Hmm.
Just my opinion, because you got from 8:30. Sometimes you get a clean setup and sometimes you won't.
Okay.
So if you're looking at it from a 5 minute perspective, from 8:30 to 9, right? This is 9 o'clock candle closure right here. So from 8:30 to 9, this is an opening range. So let's draw it out. Let's do a little so from opening price to 8:30 to 9 o'clock. Well, it's a little higher than that. Let me just put it up here. So it's kind of like this. This is the scenario, right? So you're looking, it's if you're gonna call this a gap from 8:30 to 9. So
Hmm.
trade to premium of it, right? So I don't know how he trades it. I don't know if he wait for a closure outside of the range or inside. Like if you wait for a closure for outside of the range for continuation to either side, even this trade would have been null and void Friday. Now, if you're waiting for it to trade back into a premium or discount of that gap, then you kind of like sell it here.
Hmm.
You sell it here in premium, but that's kind of like along the lines of what I'll be talking about already, Ben. Like, the gap, you sweep liquidity and then you reverse, you create a fair value gap. That's I had it drawn out. Remember, I talked about this on stream. And we traded into it and continue selling. But the opening range gap is really based on getting a closure outside of that range, right? So if you get a closure outside of whatever side and you want
Right,
it to
up or
come back and
down.
retest, you want to come back and retest that closure for continuation. So if you're looking at this range, you don't have no closure on either side of it. You just created this, let's call it a gap from 8:30 to 9. And then you got premium of the gap and you sell it back down to the low. But this is a lot of nuance. So it's not as easy as just saying, okay, I'm waiting for a closure outside of 9 o'clock because you could be waiting for that for to 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right. I guess he
Yeah.
was introducing me to that, saying, knowing that I'm just kind of getting started with trying to get into the futures. He was saying that that's like one of the most simplest setups. And if you don't have nothing, then you just don't have nothing within that first 30 minutes, you know what I'm saying? But if
Yeah,
you do have a setup, you take that, you in, you out, you done for the day. Unless you know you want to continue trading or
right,
whatnot. But
right.
so I
Yeah,
just figured I'll ask. I talked to
that
Winston
makes sense.
about it.
That
Want
makes
to see
sense.
what your thoughts was. That's all.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it's each trade setup that you take and that appeals to you in the futures market is going to take a little nuance. It's going to take a
Mhm.
little nuance. It's going to take for you to kind of like sit with it and trade it and study it. You know what I'm saying? It's just so this the opening range gap is what most people talk about it is like from like you said from 8:30 to 9, first 30 minutes of trading, you're looking for a strong closure above or beneath that range. Then once you get that, you trade a continuation in whatever direction.
Right.
But the nuance is also okay, opening range. So if it's a range, I got to put a fib on it. So in the back of your mind, well, I know I buy at discount and I sell a premium. So as soon as the 9 o'clock candle closure happened, we started trading higher, right? So if you throw your fib on it, all right, it's premium. So you could have been like, well, I'm selling premium, and then when we get to the discount, I'm just gonna get out. Like
Right.
you could have that mindset, but you also had the mindset of the closure above or beneath it for the test and retest for the continuation. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah,
it's
like you said,
also
is whatever setup you take from it.
yes,
I
it's
got you.
nuance. It's
Look,
always nuance. It's not always just gonna be one way. It's always gonna be a
Right.
little nuance to it. You know what I'm
so
saying?
that
So,
kind of go back into what I was telling you yesterday, Ben, because they probably don't even do that the range how Mike just did it
Mm-hmm.
when like you just said, and
Because I think when I looked at a video last night on it, just trying to get some basic information on, you said it from the previous session low and high, correct?
no, I
oh,
didn't. I
set
didn't. I
from
just did the
30
first 30
in
minutes of
first
trading.
30 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
So within that, you're gonna look at those videos
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna start to see that all opening the opening range is just gonna be the range, and everybody's gonna not everybody, a lot of people are gonna trade it differently, and that's why Mike was telling you, and I was saying you're gonna have to play with it and see what you interpret from those first 30 minutes and how you what makes it simple for you to trade it.
Right.
You get what I'm
Right. Right.
saying?
Right.
So it could be the way Mike do it, it could be the way Butter and them do it, it could be the way well I just did what they did. I didn't like I said it worked sometimes. It was too many variables for me to try to trade it. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't
Mm-hmm.
care for it, so I just scrapped it. But when you look at now all those videos, the way Mike just said he would trade it, you're gonna have to find what works for you. And
Right.
like I
Yeah.
said, just send it a couple times, a lot of times, and then you'll gather your information from it. And you might not do nothing Mike do, uh, uh, but them do, and come up with your own little mix and bring it back to us. And I'll be like, oh well, I like the way Ben do it. You heard me? That make more sense to me. It's simpler,
Right.
it's working. Then I'll just mess with your remix. So
No, that's cool. Appreciate it.
But yeah, that's it's just nuance, dog. That's all. You gotta just be able to kind of like, like Winston said, just sit with it for a couple of days. That's all. But
I thought month.
yeah,
You're like a month. You might scrap the whole thing. Be like, fuck this. I'm
because I know a lot and I see a lot of people too on like social media talking about the opening range trade, but it's nuance because each time I watch somebody talk about it or they present it in a trading scenario, it's always different. It's not like one set of rules. Like it's always the first 30 minutes. Some people use the first 15 minutes. Okay, but then
yeah,
most people,
that cat I know. When I first heard about, it, I thought it was the first 15 minutes. Then
yeah.
they came with the third. I was like, okay. And another question I had that I was asking around was, how long should I wait after you get that closure to expect because they was trading once it goes outside the range, you take the continuance. How long do you wait for that? Is it 10, 11 o'clock and that trade's still good? Or when do you cut off? Like, oh, well, even if it closes at 11 o'clock outside that, I'm not
Hmm.
taking that trade no more. You get what I'm saying?
Got you.
So that was
Got
the part I was questioning about it. Uh,
So the only thing I'll say too, Ben, and I'm glad you brought this up. The only thing I'll say too is, um, like those trades for me, they lack they lack precision. Like like you can find an entry model. You'd be like, all right, first 30 minutes, the trading, the close beneath this candle, you take the retest and you take that retest and you sell it. But when you getting out at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the lack of precision. Like you could tell me, all right, look, I take the first 30 minute, the first opening range gap, blah, blah, blah. But what's your rhyme and reason? I understand what you're saying, but where are you getting out at? Like what's your price target? Like they never say that. They never mention that. And that's
Right.
really what bothers me about it. Is like I understand like your trading scenario and setup, but like where is the market going? Like where's the
It's
price
not a
going?
complete story.
It's
It's
not
just
a
an
complete
introduction.
story, bro. Yeah.
Right. No body, no ending.
Yeah. But it's like,
Mhm.
all right, look, but I could get you, it's almost like, your partner, I could get you in a party, dog, but you on your own after that. Cool. So once you get in the party, it's like, all right, once you realize that this ain't your crowd, all right, let me,
once you see Diddy come out that back room,
oh
With all that
man.
baby oil.
glistening from across the floor,
Nigga
body
said, this
Oh
glistening.
not the party I signed up for.
man, but yeah, bro. So just always be mindful of that, dog. Because those are like when I first began to trade futures, that was one of the issues that I had. I was like, all right, y'all telling me where to get into trades and this and that, but where are we getting out at? Like where's the precision? Like where's the rhyme and reason? And I couldn't find that with other people that I'm not gonna name. So now, when you mention certain trade setups and scenarios, it's like it's cool, it works, but you gotta find why you getting in and where you gonna get out at.
Right. No, I'm
You always
following
want to
you.
have a price target. You don't want to just be trading up just to close it.
Blindly. Just
Yeah,
like
you don't
trading
ever want to do
blindly.
that. You don't ever want to do that, bro. You don't
Mhm.
ever want to do that. And sometimes people just say they'll have you believing that's all I got to do. So first 30 minutes, wait for a closure. And then you get in that trade and you be up like $500-$600. And you're like, all right. And then, but you don't know where to get out at,
Right.
you know? So, but I think that, it could be a good spot to start at, bro, for real. But at the end of the day, whatever works for you, Ben. Like what's comfortable for you. I know me and Winston kind of have a different trading style, but we kind of use some of the same things. But
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm leaning more on y'all too
I,
because we're more active together with sharing knowledge and learning from each other under y'all, you hear me? But these are two of my good friends and they are actively trading and one of them is finding success,
hmm
real success in
uh-huh.
the market with trading his setup. So of course I'm gonna entertain the information, like you said, just to kind of try it out, see what stick. I'm still new, you hear me? So
Yeah.
I believe in crawling before I walk and walking before I fly, you hear me? I ain't trying to, get caught with my hair flying back out there because the market will
and this
scalp you
there
like an
was the
Indian,
other
bro.
thing too, Ben. So like I told you, that setup could be like Willie went back to he tried it on the NQ and he said it worked better for him on the ES. That was the other part I was explaining to you. So
Right.
the opening range on the ES might be a better trade than on the NQ because the NQ could get wiki on you. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So uh that's just like I said again, things that you're gonna have to get do your sim trades into it and then pick what you pick from, take a few real trades in it or whatever so you get the feel of it. But it's definitely gonna go off of what you see. Supreme just put something there and he trading it different. But he's saying people use the opening range, but if you look at the chat, he's saying he
Yeah, I
traded
did. I
that.
saw it. I saw his message. appreciate that information too. Like I said, right now I'm just trying to get a feel of it. I'm more of a visual learner, so if I can see somebody as they showing me something, I get it better than somebody telling me. You know, me and Rich just had that conversation last night, but he's not actively trading where I can see him like what Mike doing. So for me, learning it this way is better. When I can see it, it's better for me, you hear me? You know,
Mhm.
personally. You
And
dig?
then now here go the other kicker. So remember, we was looking at that 5 minute trade, Mike. If you zoom in, after your 9 o'clock candle, uh, down at that wick, and remember
Yeah.
I told you, my theory is if it doesn't close that gap that he got drawn out on the 5 minute, right up there, Mike. Yeah, and then no, the lower one in the middle.
This one.
So usually I would sell this gap. I told you I was gonna sell it if it came up, but then when it took out that bottom, like telekinesis, Mike said, well, it already took out the low,
I don't want
so
it.
I don't want to sell that gap no more. Now, granted, it closed inside the gap. Now I want to take it up also. You get what I'm saying? And that's just the trade that we missed. But initially, I told you I was getting in the sell on this gap. But paired with what Mike told me, if it take out a low or something like that, then now I'm not looking for no gap bounce no more. I'm looking for a
Right, the
gap fill.
story changed.
Yeah, no matter what. But that's how I
Audible on the
kind of
play.
I'm learning from Mike about them sweeping them lows and all that kind of stuff. You get what I'm saying?
That goes
And
back to the precision, right?
I'm putting
Yeah.
it with my gaps
There
though,
you go, Ben.
I
and I'm
got you.
putting it with how I read a gap. So it's
Right.
again, you'll take you might take some from that and then use it for the opening range. With Mike teaching what I'm going over. And then you might say, all right, I'm gonna use the opening range, but I want this to happen with the opening range, and then that's when I'll take it. You get what I'm saying?
Right. No, I got you.
Building and pieced everything together. So, but he
Mhm.
helping me with my entries on the gaps. I would have definitely sold this gap just because
Yeah, yeah, I lost enough money on these.
bounce. Yeah,
I lost enough money on these to know, but like, yeah, I know what you're about to do. But even though we already knew, we was getting off Zoom. I mean, we was getting off stream around this time in this area. We was getting off stream. So about 10, a little bit after 10. So this gap, we ended up trading back to this gap, right? And selling off. But the gotcha about this gap is, let me show you. Go to the 1 hour. It's a 1 hour gap. It was that 1 hour gap right here. See? So it's like sometimes, sometimes you just have to wait until it play out. Because
Right.
I was able to rejoin the market and take this low out.
Yeah, see, after that earlier move around
hmm
9 o'clock,
hmm
and then like Winston said, we missed
All this
the
was a retracement. This
right,
is
we missed the retracement. That
mhm.
was it, boy. That shit, watching them 5 minute candles will put you to sleep. Oh,
Eli,
bro. You know what I'm
Eli.
saying? So
right. So look, let me tell you something. You see that candle when it closed in there?
Which one?
The this gap.
This one?
Yeah, you know
Uh-huh.
what happened while we wasn't in this field because of
What?
safety Winston. I wanted this candle to come all the way back. I wanted to wick out more. I told myself, if it wick outside the gap, you should be able to take it. And then I'm
What to
telling it did it. You heard me? But I'm
the
like, I
upside?
want, yeah, because
This
it
candle
closed
right
in the
here.
gap, and I knew that was manipulation going down. But I was trying to get a little bit more wick,
This
and
candle.
that's how
The
we
next
missed that
candle.
fucking
yep,
trade.
and I fucking listened to him because I had my buy limit at the bottom of the gap, and he was like, "Let it wick outside the gap," and I moved that motherfucker, and that bitch went without me.
Uh, you know how I get sometimes. I be so cautious, and I don't want my drawdown to get hit. You hear me? So I'm trying to make sure that previous candle, the candle that closed in there, I
Yeah.
wanted my drop. I wanted my stop loss going to be at the back of that candle, so I don't get a reversal candle.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let it come out a little bit more, man, just a little bit more, and then we're gonna get in. And that bitch, That's all I winked out for you, bruh. What you want? But he'll learn that I'm a real cautious and you know how I get. Oh man, this is the let it come all the way here, knowing it was gonna fail. So what's the point? You hear me?
So
But that goes into your ticks. You want all your ticks you want them to count for something. You hear me? So
Like,
so look, this the retracement that you're talking about from a 1 minute perspective. This the 1 minute. This so I don't have the gaps drawn out, but this the reversal. Closed above this candle, closed it, inverted this gap, traded higher. So this is a retracement that you could have traded back to the upside. First presented fair value gap would have been where I was started to be like, all right, because the overall sentiment of the market was still bearish in my opinion. So I was like, so if you get long, you're not staying for a long time, just for a good time. You know what I'm saying? So even in this, like that was a good retracement. And then boom, you got your
that was a
reversal,
good play, dog.
and you continue to the downside, and you take out all the rest of this liquidity. Take out all the rest of the liquidity, and then we
Don't trip,
consolidate for the
bro.
rest of the day.
Those are my first week as a futures trader, bro. I'll be back this week.
It's
I ain't
different,
panic.
dog. It's different. It's live bullets flying, bro. It's like when you buy a contract on options, it's like, all right, I got time, I ain't tripping. But when you in futures, nigga, you
Let me tell you,
you gotta
I'm
load your
walking
gun
around with
while
a
bullets
garbage truck
flying.
on right now.
You
I'm
gotta
moving
cover
so
yourself.
slow, I could
Yeah.
barely. It take me 5 minutes just to turn around. I got so much protective gear on right now. Don't trip. I'll be moving agile like Terminator, somebody hear me before you know it. Right now though, I'm just trying to learn, bro. Give
Yeah,
me some time.
it's cool though, bro. But outside of that, man, just to give a quick just a quick one run through right quick before we get off of the price action. I'm gonna just do a little quick run through. Um, I do believe we got some continuation to the downside, at least 400 more points to the downside. At least that should be the bare minimum. But that's like $4 on triple Qs, $5 or something like that. So um and this just is the daily time frame. So now let me just throw this scenario out there too. So if one of the so if we trade, let's just say we open up somewhere in here tonight and then continue to the downside and this becomes a gap, then yeah, I might be a little bit more concerned for the market. I might be. I might be. Because then, I'm gonna start looking for price to come down here in this area, clean this up,
And you
come
saying
back
that if it make a gap to the upside,
to the downside.
to the
Right.
downside, okay.
Yeah. And so if
All
we
right.
opened up somewhere over here and
Right. I got you.
continue, then start selling again, and we close the day with this being a gap, I'll be concerned, like really concerned about the market. Then this will definitely be where I see the market coming down here. But all in all, bro, a lot of this stuff I'm gonna probably be repeating tomorrow on stream. So all the flow is bearish, very extremely bearish. So I'm not looking for no trades to the upside. So even when the market was trading up here, I still was like, I'm not looking for no upside trades. So so now that we got some continuation to the downside, I do expect some more continuation. I'm not opposed to a retracement. That's cool. But I'm expecting more continuation to the downside. And we'll talk more about this on stream tomorrow, man.
Bet.
That's it, bro. That's all I got for y'all, man. If anything else y'all want to add to the stream, I'm up to the Zoom, you know. Look, speak now, forever hold your peace. All right. Winston?
yeah, I hope everybody's still here and we can boy y'all. Hey, there's gonna be a change next week. We're not doing no more Zooms live. Y'all cool with that? We got it, Mike.
What you said? What the nigga talking about?
Nobody said
Nah,
nothing.
look. So I was playing with the idea of starting Zoom at 8, just like the starting an hour early, so we get up out of here. The other the other alternative is Mike was talking about possibly just doing it Friday after market close, and then we post the video on Saturday. So
What y'all think about that?
we taking input. So one side we
Hey,
have the
don't
hour
mess up a
early.
good thing, bro. 9 o'clock is perfect. Sometimes I sleep a little late on Sunday, bro.
I know, but I'm
But
trying to get back in church, dog. This is killing me.
Mike, what that little buttons you be pressing on your boy, go ahead, boy. What that what you saying?
Boy, no way, boy.
I know
There you
what.
go.
Boy, trying to go back to church, bro.
Nah,
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
hey,
It's whatever the majority want to do, bro. Y'all
and we
y'all
trying to
sharing
find
the
out.
most
You the only
knowledge,
one
bro.
talking
So
though.
I'm
Damn,
saying nigga
Prince.
gonna have to
It's
get
what
it how they
it's
live,
whatever,
bro.
bro.
If
I
that
I prefer 8 o'clock. If we gonna move something, I just prefer the 8 a.m. shit.
so
I
yeah.
don't know about Friday. Friday, I be on the road a lot, so
So look, Friday. So we mentioned Friday because me and Winston could just go over the stocks and chart them in the futures, and we just post it on YouTube, and then y'all everybody just watch it on YouTube instead of us having a ceremonial Zoom every Sunday. We just post it on YouTube, and you can just watch it on YouTube. And if it's certain stocks that y'all want us to chart, we could chart them, and then we just post it on YouTube instead of us, having a live Zoom.
yeah, that's fine. I mean, if y'all want to try it out, let's go for it.
Which one? That we trying to get y'all. Y'all,
Friday.
you want to do it a Friday?
Yeah, it's up to y'all. I'm with the majority.
We don't know what the majority is because I had 8, and then Mike had the Friday. So now
Oh.
we asking y'all
Which one y'all want?
which one would y'all prefer?
I mean,
Do
eight is
y'all
cool
think y'all
too,
gonna be
because
able
y'all
to
could
do
go
the
to church
Friday
too.
joint
Eight
consistent?
I
cool.
prefer I prefer the 8 just so we can have discourse
Man,
about certain shit.
Yeah, I'm
You know
with
what I'm
look, look,
Maul,
look,
saying?
bro.
look, 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 I got an idea. This is listen. So if you want the 8 o'clock joint, put a 1 in the chat. If you want the 7 o'clock joint, put a 2 in the chat. That way we take a vote. We leave it at that. 2 ones.
Wait, what's 8 o'clock? 1 or 2?
1.
One.
One.
And Supreme said, "What do y'all want?" We asking y'all.
I like it to stay how it is, me. But if we gotta choose
Okay.
between the 1 and the 2, I'm gonna go with Maul. I get up an hour early. I kind
Right.
of like having that dialogue. Sometimes we be having questions like it come to you live. Might not think about that shit if a nigga ain't really involved. You hear me?
Okay. Okay. So that's everybody? 1? Okay, so that's more than majority.
Hold
All right.
Say,
on.
Maul,
Yes, sir.
are these niggas trying to go solo on us? They trying to do us like Michelle?
Yeah,
Nah,
bro.
dog. No,
The
bro,
niggas about to
no.
take it to the next level, man.
They
Oh
got
No,
another
shit.
bro.
group without us.
Say now.
No.
Oh Slim.
So look, wait, wait, time out.
Hold up,
Going
dog. We
without
gotta
y'all would
get
have just
Slim in
been
here,
like
bro.
this. What it is? We actually asked for y'all input to see what would be. What do y'all feel like is more efficient? But definitely wanting to move up the time because a lot of times I'll be up. You hear me? Uh, more than less. You hear me? Then if I could get this out of the way, I could move forward with my day.
Dig.
So yeah, we'll
Rock,
try. We're gonna do 8.
rock
And
paper,
he
scissors, shoot.
starts. Mike start his during the week. Mike started stuff at 8, so it's like just it's 8 o'clock. It's 8, 8, 8, 8. That's why I was
Right.
going off of that theory.
All right.
And
That's
then I
cool.
wasn't against the Friday, but I wanted to know how y'all felt about that.
All right. So we got all ones. We only got 1, 2. I wonder who put that 2 there.
Now you got 2 tools, you hear me?
Nigga, that's stupid, bro.
But yeah, so we could do that, bro. So starting, I know we've been doing it at 9 o'clock for dog. How long we been doing this? We've been doing this
4
Zoom for
years.
a long time. So this, if you got to set a reminder, set an alarm on your phone. It's almost like what's it called? Daylight savings time. So 8 o'clock, bro. Eight
That's
o'clock,
bad.
and then yeah, I think that'll work out for us, man. So
Okay.
outside of that, bro, any other stocks that y'all good at? Everybody good? Good with the futures, good with the market, everybody. You kind of touched on it.
Everybody good. That was a little bombshell.
All
It got
right.
well.
I like how y'all strategically saved that for the end of the Zoom, you hear me?
Oh
Oh
man, come
yeah.
on. Come on, man.
You
We
know
gotta
what?
get the work
Yeah.
done first.
It would have been like a little Debbie Downer, you know what I'm saying?
Them niggas plotting.
Yeah, say Nell, we gotta have a meeting, Shug. I
Them,
think these niggas trying to leave Death Row.
they plotting, dog.
Say, bro,
Blood
listen.
in, blood out.
Say, bro, I ain't trying to leave that road, though. I told y'all in the chat the other day, bro, how much I appreciate y'all, man. I ain't leaving. I ain't going nowhere,
They
man.
said they
Yeah, that's
used
the
to
same
talk.
thing Beyonce did before she went solo, nigga. The fuck?
Hey, dog, but I'm a man of my word,
Oh
man. That's all I got is my word, bro. You
That's
know,
cool,
God.
dog.
I'm gonna try to
Just
take everybody with me, bro.
don't break up Rockefeller, Jay-Z.
Hey,
But
man. Who Dane?
I ain't fucking Dame,
I'm
fam.
about
I
to
ain't
say.
beat no day.
I'm Milf. I'll be Milf Bleak. I ain't being Dame.
Yeah, I'll
that's
be
cool.
milk.
Look how a nigga doing Dame, cuz.
Biggs. Yeah, I'll be Biggs. Fuck it. Go
Yeah,
Dame
man.
over here.
Yeah, bro,
That
but
nigga's crazy.
yeah, we good though, bro. We good. Bro, it's nowhere for me to go. Like, where I'm gonna go? I ain't no other group I'm gonna join, nigga.
You ain't gonna join Marlon Juicy group?
Say,
Damn,
bro.
dog.
Hey,
Shots
thank
Hey,
you,
fired.
how you end
thank
it?
you for bringing that up. Thank you for bringing it up. Now I love how messy you are. So look, so
That nigga nailed down, man.
What's juicy, dog?
that
Say,
come
Mom,
on.
why you ain't invite Juicy to the Zoom, dog? At least tell him come support.
Man,
That's equivalent to
I
calling.
told him about that shit like 2 years ago, man. And
Oh,
I guess
Juicy.
he was just doing his own thing.
Oh, he too big.
Yeah, I guess so. He
I
said he
ain't.
got too much bread. Oh, X that out,
Damn.
X that out, X that out, X that out, X that out. I forgot we live.
Damn.
My bad, my bad.
It was getting kind of crazy.
All right. So that boy.
Now that that's done.
But now that that's out of the way, that boy. So look, I was on Instagram. That boy Maul had posted Juicy talking about trading stocks and investing and stuff. Like,
Oh, that's
damn,
old
bro.
boy.
I was like, I
Yeah.
didn't know that. I didn't know that was Juicy at first because Juicy used to be big.
Yeah.
What,
Oh,
Juicy
I'm about
lost
to
weight?
say.
Hell yeah.
Oh, damn.
So I was like, Ma, what this about, bro? But then he told me that was Juicy. But I'm like, damn, bro. That boy, you won't be posting Winston stuff. All right, I'm gone. I'm
Oh
out. See
shit.
y'all later. I'm gone.
Damn, dog.
I'm gone.
Oh man, that's cold, man.
Oh man, I'm out,
What
bro.
are you
I'm out.
talking about? Because I don't post my own shit, but
I know. I was just throwing spaghetti at the wall, bro. Just throwing spaghetti at the
That's
wall.
Oh
cold, bro.
man.
Seeing what sticks. That's all.
don't
Y'all
be.
enjoy y'all Sunday, man. I'm about to go put something on the smoker, man.
All right,
Nah, bro,
cuz.
we ain't finished, bro. Come back to the front of the congregation,
Oh,
bro.
okay, all right. What's down? What's down?
No, I'm
I
just
did
playing.
want to know about. All right, y'all. Come on, let's end this.
All right. All right, y'all.
Oh,
Saturday, so
What's up?
Sunday at 8 o'clock, bro.
8 o'clock, bro.
All right. See y'all Sunday.
All right, bro.